Everybody, and welcome to my living room. As you all know, we are in a very unique time right now in the world where we are doing this thing called remote learning. So hopefully you are, ready to learn with me from your home and from my home. And I've got a lot of hopefully good content coming your way if you like ukulele, you want to learn some new things. We're going to start today with just the very basic first thing, which we actually don't learn in class. So maybe you purchased an instrument from me and you've never actually learned how to do this. You've never come in and got help from me. And that lesson is how to tune your ukulele. So before we do that, and I'm going to show you an app on your phone. So if you're on your phone right now, make sure you have like a parent's phone to use, or maybe put me on a computer so you can use your smartphone as we do this. Before we learn how to tune, just really quickly want to talk about what tuning is. Each string has a different pitch, and as we learned in 6th grade, and if you've had me in 6th grade, that pitches refer to how high or low a note sounds, and a pitch is named after the first 7 letters of the alphabet in music. So those are A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And the note, or the pitch, is going to sound, if I play an A on the ukulele, it's going to sound the same as an A on a piano if I played the key A, or if I played an A on the violin with my bow. And all of those notes are kind of how we name the sounds, if that makes sense. So on the ukulele, and you'll learn this in lesson 3 if you keep following along with this lesson series, but our ukulele string pitches from left to right are G, C, E, and A. So those are the pitches or the notes of the strings. And when we tune our instrument, we're going to adjust the string and make it either longer / looser or shorter / tighter to make the note sound accurate. So it's a G, or it's an A, or it's a C, or it's an E, if that makes sense. So right now my strings are in tune, so I'm going to kind of get them out of tune a little bit so I can show you how to use this. We're going to make some higher, some lower. If you have never done this, just be cautious with the pegs. You never want to overturn the pegs, because if you turn them too loose and you make your string like so it starts to come off, it's going to do just that. It's going to come off and you'll have to rewind it, which will be pretty tricky. If you tighten it too much, that's kind of the more dangerous thing, because what starts to happen is the neck starts to lift off the body and eventually it'll snap off, which is pretty scary, and it's happened in class. So you don't want to ever overturn the pegs, but as long as you're kind of just being careful and not really hacking on them, then you'll be fine. So again, I'm untuning my instrument. If your instrument is in tune right now, give the pegs a few turns, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 good turns, and just kind of get it out of tune, because we want to show you how to tune them. The next thing you're going to do is on your phone, you're going to download this app here, which is called Guitar Tuna, like the fish, Tuna. And I've already downloaded it, but go ahead and download that app and maybe pause the screen here while you download it. And once it's downloaded, you're going to open it, and I'll kind of walk you through the steps that you're going to take once you have this app on your phone. So open right there. And I just re-downloaded it, so hopefully it'll kind of show you exactly what you should be doing. So swipe to continue. Okay, get your instrument in tune. That's what we're here for. We're going to give it access to the microphone. Say allow. And then the next step is we're going to select ukulele, which is the third option down here. Unless, of course, you want to learn how to tune a guitar if you have one at home, and in which case it's pretty much the same deal. But I'm going to click ukulele, and we're going to just get the free version, because you only need the free version to do what we're doing right here. It says, tuning your ukulele. When tuning the ukulele on Guitar Tuna, please strum the string you're tuning repeatedly. Ukulele has short strings, so this helps Guitar Tuna hear the string. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to continue plucking it as we're also turning the peg. I'm going to show you that in a minute. So gotcha. Okay, so then you're going to see this picture, which is a picture of the head of the instrument with the pegs corresponding to the string. So we have G, we have C, we have E, and we have A. And those notes that you just heard, those are the sounds that you want to hear your string making, okay? So jumping right in, when I hold my instrument up in playing position, I'm going to have one hand on the peg right here, and then I'm going to try to like position this so you guys can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to have this, my phone, with the app kind of also on standby right here. So can you guys all see that, hopefully? Okay, so the first one I'm going to start tuning is G. So watch me do it first, and then you can pause and kind of show and do it yourself. So I'm going to pluck my G. That's where it's supposed to be. And it's showing on the app, it says too low. So I'm going to turn the peg until it goes kind of in the center. Do you see that little red dial here? It's getting closer to the middle. And once I'm getting to the center, I'm going to kind of slow down because I know I'm getting closer. Until it does that very satisfying, that ding in the middle. That means the string is in tune. Now I'm going to show you that one more time. I'm going to go back. So it's saying too low. Do you guys see that? It says too low. I wish I could hold that up a little bit better. And again, if I go the other way and I keep making it lower, there's a little number on that red dot that's getting even bigger because it's getting further away from the correct pitch. So you want to make sure that that number is getting smaller because that means it's getting closer to the note G. So again, watch how it goes to the center. Getting closer. Does that make sense? Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay, so the next one is C. So I'll press C. That's how it's supposed to sound, like this, C. Here's how my note sounds. So again, it says on the app, too low. So I'm going to tune it. So that's going the wrong way because it's getting lower. So I'm going to turn it. You can see that I'm making pretty big turns too. It's getting closer to the middle. That nice satisfying right in the center of the pitch. Awesome. So hopefully you guys are with me so far. The next one down is E, which is the next string, which corresponds with this peg here. So now it's saying I'm actually too high. So if you guys can see that, it's showing I'm too high. Let me see if I can kind of show you what the app is doing as I'm turning the peg. See, if I go that way, it's getting higher. So I want to go this way. That's kind of how you do it. Good. Now the last one we're going to do is the A string. And I'll let you guys see how I'm turning it too. Wish there was a more convenient way to do this, but hopefully you can all see. So the last one's A. And it's showing that it's, I forgot to touch the string first. Make sure you touch that string so it knows that you're tuning the A string. So it says too low. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the pegs. When I get close to the middle, when it looks like it's close, I'm going to tune a little bit slower. See how I'm barely turning it now? Because I'm pretty close. Until it does that nice click. And I didn't really show you guys this, but we'll talk about plucking in, I think, lesson 3. But when you're plucking your strings, if you have a pick, you can use a pick, and picks are awesome, mostly for strumming when we're strumming all the strings together. But when we're tuning it or we're plucking it, usually what I do is I have like my 4 fingers kind of hanging down here, and then I'm using my thumb to pluck each string individually. That just kind of gives you a little bit more control. So if your instrument is in tune, it should sound like, or G, C, E, A. So that's how you tune your instrument. What I want you to do now for your homework is kind of take your uke now and untune it. So turn the pegs back to where they came, like mess them up. And then I want you to try doing it again. And the more you tune it, first of all, the easier it's going to get, and you're going to be able to tune it more easily. And the second part of it is the strings are going to kind of stretch out, and they're going to remember where to go. They're not, like if you have a brand new instrument, you're going to have to tune your uke probably like 5 or 6 times until it starts to remember and the strings start to hold in that position. I remember the first ukulele I got, I was really like stressed out because it was like, oh, it's not staying in tune. But if you have a brand new instrument and the strings have never been stretched out before, then that's normal. So go ahead and untune it, retune it, use this app. Hopefully I was clear and you could see what I was doing. And if you have any questions, obviously you can reach out. But before your next lesson, which is the parts of the instrument, I want you to practice tuning your instrument a good 3 times or more. And the more you do that, the easier it's going to get. So that's your homework. Untune and retune 3 times. Take a video of yourself and send it in if you want to. And then move on to the next lesson.